If you could spend £50 and make £400, would you do it? If you could spend £1,000 and make £10,000, would you do it? Well, our client Darnell did the exact same thing. And I want to show you how you can scale your business and make more sales even with a small advertising budget. Before I get into it, if you want my free Facebook ads masterclass completely free, just press the link in the description. So let's be honest, investing in your business is a risk and it can be scary at times. And not everyone in the world has huge budgets. So what I've learned after spending over £100,000 on Facebook ads is that basically there are multiple ways to skin a cat. There are some more expensive methods that have bigger returns, and there are some slightly cheaper methods that can still have big returns. And the benefit with Facebook is that there's so many ways to do this. So you might be wondering, what is a small budget? To me, anything less than £1,000 is a small budget. I think anything above 5K is a fairly larger budget when it comes to a 30-day period. So if you're in a stage where you're spending less than £1,000, what could you do right now to have a bigger impact with the budget that you do have? Well, let's get into it. So everyone knows the traditional way of probably running ads. You've probably gone into the ads manager, set up a campaign. Maybe you've done lead forms, or maybe you've ran leads to a landing page. All of that stuff has got a lot more expensive in 2025, and it's only going to get more expensive. But now there's a new way of doing things. And this is specifically for people with slightly lower budgets, but they still want to invest and they still want to invest in growth. It requires more of a team structure, and it is essentially the Instagram growth funnel. And a lot of people already know this, so it's been battered to death over the last 18 months, but it still works. So something that, why fix something that's not broken? So with that being said, I'm going to just show you guys my Instagram and how we would use it. We're not using it currently, but it still works for the coaches and consultants and business owners that we manage. So number one thing is you need to make sure that your page is optimized. So you can see mine, nice clear profile photos, name, co-founder. We double your high ticket lead flow with our unique AI sales systems in 30 days. So it's just a very simple line, free stuff. So my landing page basically here, and you can see nice and clean. How can I help you? Who am I? Free stuff. Yeah. So my page is primed. Someone lands on this page, and if they want what I have to offer, like this is the sweet spot. So that's the number one thing. The next thing is basically, how do you actually, what's the actual method here? So I think it's better if I draw it out, which my drawing is not great, but I want to show you this. But essentially, if we think of it like a funnel, we are going to boost a post, right? So let's just imagine this is a post. We're going to boost a post and we're going to get someone to try and follow us, right? So this is where they become aware of us. Then after that, we're going to talk to them. So this is where I call it the consideration phase, because at the start, they just become unaware. And then here is where they talk to us. So this is where we're going to boost the post. They're going to come in our world by following us. So that's why I've got followers here. And then after that, we then begin a process of appointment setting. So that's DMing them, sending them voice notes, sending them to our landing page, which is this one, and trying to get them to convert. And I'll show you the best process on doing this in a second. Then after that is obviously the sales process, and I'll just mark that in blue, which is where I want them to get to. And then obviously we make the sale and they become a client, right? So that's the overall process, and that's what happens. So with that being said, let's just break down what we need to do to make this happen. First things first, what do you boost? Everyone always asks me this question: what post should I boost? You can make a specific type of ad for a follower, but I found that what I've seen work now is boosting a post that's got the most traction and targeting it towards your followers and the type of people that you want to follow you. So the way that you can do this is, what I like to do is I'll scroll down, and then I use a software called View Insights. You can see here on my screen. It's called Viralytics. And then I'm going to basically go to on page. And then when I do this, I'm going to scan my profile, and I'm going to scan any of my posts in the last 100 days. Boom, continue. So while it's scanning my posts in the last 100 days, what I'm looking for is what post either got the most comments or the most likes. Those two posts are probably going to be the most effective, but it have to obviously be business related as well. So it has to be related to my business, but it also has to be highly engaged. So what post have you guys made, whether you're a consultant, whether you're a finance company, an accountant, a tax strategist, a therapist, anything like that? What posts have you made organically in the last 100 days or even maybe 6 months that have done really well? And we can just boost that, but we have to boost it to the right person. So now that I've done my scan, I'm going to filter it by, sort by, I'm going to go for likes in this case. You could go comments. You could filter it by comments, but in this case, I'm going to go for sort by likes. So whatever's got the most likes is probably what I'm going to boost, and the one that's most relevant to what I'm offering. So in this case, probably if I have a look, I like to have a little look at what it is. Okay, so 20 reels for a brand. That's really relatable for what we offer. So I could boost that. That would be really good. Let's see what this one. People think that because I post content, that's a good one for people that want to post content. If I want people that want to post content for their business, then I'm marketing one here. I think that's a good one as well. So you could boost an original post that you've already done that wasn't even designed to be an advert. Now, the flip side is you could make an advert, and that advert will just be something like, if you run a 7-figure business and you want to hire XYZ, you need to avoid these 3 mistakes. Then you explain those 3 mistakes. And at the end of the video, your call to action will be follow me for more tips on how to improve your hiring process. And then that's it. And you post it as a normal post, okay? Alternatively, you can boost images. So you can see here, I just showed you my reels, but if we scroll up, I can also boost my images. So if I just resort my picture posts and I sort them by likes again, so I could boost one of these images, but the images have to be relevant. So you can see a lot of these images for me are personal. So fighting, I had a fight. This is a business one, so I could boost this one. I've got 169 likes. Let's see. Maybe the AI one definitely could boost that. This one with me talking. So yeah, I could boost some of this. Oh, this one. Your ads are not good because your hooks are crap. These are the way to do your hooks. So I could boost that one, especially for people that want to do Facebook ads. This would be really relevant. And it got 26 likes, which I don't get the most engagement on social media anyway. So that's okay. So we found what we want to boost. Now let's actually boost it, okay? And what kind of budget? So let's just say I'm going to boost this one for the sake of it. So 3 reasons your business needs a content marketing strategy, right? So I'm going to press boost post. Now I'm going to get them to visit my profile. All I want is for them to visit my profile. And then from there is I'm now going to create my audience. So you got to think again, if you've got a low budget ad, we need it to be for the right types of people. So I'm going to turn off Advantage Plus and I'm going to make sure that my location is correct. I'm going to go for the UK, United Kingdom. But if you've got an offer that's international, you can go UK, USA, Canada, Australia, you can go Dubai, depending on where you want it to go. But those big 5 are good. I would leave it broad. Don't put an interest. But if you've got harsh demographics in terms of age and gender, that needs to be put in there. So for me, let's just say my thing is for 35 to 65-year-olds only, and make sure Advantage Plus is turned off. You have to turn it off. And then let's say it's men, then I would save that. And it will be only targeting men in the UK above the age of 35. Save. Very, very simple to do. And then daily budget. Remember I said this is a low budget ad. You could start as low as £5 a day, which is 155 quid a month, 150 quid a month. Very, very low budget ads. This is what we're doing now for coaches and consultants who don't have a big budget, but they want to kind of get things running. But this is where people get it wrong. They think that, oh, I've boosted the post, the job's done. The job is not over once you've done this, because the real part of the process that's very, very important is having an appointment setting team. So I've had coaches that have had appointment setters 24 hours a day to cover all the different shifts, morning shifts, evening shifts. So it goes like this. My performing ad, I was getting followers for 14p. There's never been an ad where I've had followers that low or leads that low. But you get all these leads. You need to be heavy on the appointment setting. So that is DMing all your followers, because this boosted post is going to get people to follow you. When they follow you, you DM them. And when you DM them, I like to use 2 different ways of doing it. An A and B question or straight value. Straight value would be, hey, appreciate the follow. I've got this guide on how to achieve XYZ. Do you want it? Yes or no? And then you get their email and phone number. On the flip side, you could do something where, hey, I appreciate the follow. Are you struggling to achieve X or Y? And they tell you what they're struggling to achieve. And then you go into an appointment setting workflow where you book a call based on a sales-based conversation in the DMs, which this is where 99% of people struggle. They just don't know how to talk to people. They do not know how to talk to people. I think it's a social media thing. We've forgotten how to have conversations with human beings, but that's very, very valuable. So the number one thing is to have that conversation, like just be a human being and talk to the human being on the other side. Okay. But you need to be very intense with your DMs, and then you need to track all your leads, put them in a spreadsheet, and you need to get it to the point where you're doing 30 to 40 follow-ups a day, because obviously all the followers will accumulate and not everyone's going to respond. You need to get to the point where you're generating 20, 30 follows a day. So that's 20, 30 DMs a day, right? Outbound, or inbound, basically. Inbound warm leads, but you're DMing them. because they followed you from the ad that they saw from you. Okay. So that part of the process is quite intense. But once you have it nailed down and you hire a team of virtual assistants, they can handle that for you. That's how you scale and grow, and you can book calls. One of our clients, again, he spent 50 quid and collected 400 quid, contracted, I believe, 1,200 quid off the back of £50. That's over 10x ROAS. Anyway, with that being said, this doesn't work if you don't have a good brand. And if you want to know exactly how to scale and grow your personal brand, I've made a short little video that breaks it down, because without the brand, people are going to click on your ad, but they're not going to stick around and they're not going to follow you. So press this little video right here. It's all yours. Peace.